You're live. You're live too, honey. You're live, but there's nobody there. We're live here. Alright, I gotta clean this up a little bit. This.
Watching, or are they all tired of you?
Is anyone on?
Doesn't look like anyone's on yet. This is the noon episode, which is going to be the house tour episode. I know that you've seen a lot of the different rooms in the house, but I don't know if you've seen it all pieced together. So that's what my goal for this episode is going to be. Eric E. Hey, Curry. How's it going, Eric? So we're going to start in the living room here, and I'm going to take you, I should back up just 1 minute and say that the last episode that I tried to upload for my solar system was a fail. However, for the 12 or so of you that were live, I think you got to see it. It's just that I don't know, I didn't get to explain it. For those of you that weren't live, I was in the basement, and I was using my selfie stick to instruct how the solar system works, and I inadvertently hit like the power cutoff and shut off, hey Sharon, shut off the power to the whole house, which meant the wireless router lost power and I lost my internet connection, so it's just a bonehead move. Anyway, so this is the house tour. Andrea and I designed my house, and did I say my house? Well, this is my vlog. Andrea and I designed our house roughly 17 years ago, and came up with a design. We had a draftsperson drop some plans. We had a bank say, okay, stamp their approval on it, and our dreams came true. So the house is basically designed to be passively heated. It's a passive solar house, and that kind of starts here. All these windows are on the southern elevation of our house, which means that when the sun shines, we've got a ton of light and heat that comes into this sunroom. Now, our intention with the sunroom was to create a high ceiling so that as heat is generated in this room, that heat will rise and go through these windows into the second story. So this window and that window go into the twins' bedroom, and that window goes into our bathroom, which causes some uncomfortable situations sometimes when we have guests using this as a guest room. Anyway, that's the idea, is that heat is generated in the sunroom and it is forced up into the second story. As that warm air is being pushed up into the second story, cool air is forced down the stairwell back here. So it creates this convective loop. You get warm air being created on the south side of the house, pushes up through into the second story, and drops back down the stairwell. That's the sunroom. Into our dining and kitchen, which I know a lot of you have seen because I do a lot of video in the kitchen. I enjoy both Andrea and I really enjoy cooking, although it becomes a chore, of course. But this is sort of, where we hang out a lot. So our kitchen is, I have to say, totally an artifact of Andrea's creativity and inspiration, because, I just build things. I have no idea about, design sensibilities and what looks good and colors, and Andrea has that in her mind. So this is her baby, right, from the European plate rack, all this Mexican tile backsplash was her idea. And of course, Andrea is a Fiesta nut. Look at all this Fiesta, man. It's like one of the biggest collections I've ever seen. And, Fiesta is fun to collect too, because it's really colorful and there's like a Fiesta piece for everything in the world. So, kitchen. See that back there? We call that our pantry and hallway. What's up, Curry? There's Information Technology QA show. MLS Yogi is back. Yay, a tour of your gorgeous kitchen. Thank you, MLS Yogi. Some of you were around to see the replacement stove and oven go in, which is exciting because we had a crappy one before that. Anyway, back in there, this blue hutch here, it was actually made by my father. Hey Sharon, Sharon says, I love your kitchen. And the Fiesta ware. She loves Fiesta too. My father built this when he was 16 for my mother. He looked at a picture in an Ethan Allen catalog and said, I'm going to build that. And he built it. He was sort of gifted with wood from a very early age. So I'm glad it sort of stood the test of time and ended up in my house. It wasn't this color, though, when we got it. Andrea made this color selection, which is great. All right, now this is sort of back into our pantry area. You know, got these shelves here. We store a lot of our food back here. European market crates. Remember that vlog? This is where this is living now. And this is my little sort of monitor here that I can see what's going on with the solar system, so I can see how much is charging, how much we're using, where our batteries are at. MLS Yoga at the Apple Store, waiting for a fix to my computer, so this is a nice way to pass the time while I wait. Right on MLS Yogi. This is our European refrigerator. This refrigerator is made in Denmark, super energy efficient. The thing with being in an off-grid home is that all of your appliances, lights, need to be some of the most energy efficient models you can buy. This definitely qualifies. We're just having a hard time finding parts like this door handle. I can't get it, you know. Anyway, the cool thing about this is that it's flush with the wall. You know, it's inset to the wall. On the other side of this is the mudroom, where it's a cold space. So, the way a refrigerator works is similar to a heat pump. It pumps heat out of this cabin and dumps that heat through a radiator into the space that it's in, which in this case is our mudroom, which is unheated. So it's kind of just an efficient way to get heat into our mudroom and run the refrigerator efficiently. Downstairs bathroom, half bath. We have a washer. We have no dryer. You've seen my solar clothes dryer very frequently. I know you guys know all about my laundry and my laundry time lapses. Tile countertop. Oh, have you guys met Charlotte? Charlotte was the star of our party last night, even though poor fish. Something's gone wrong with Charlotte's swim bladder, and it's been that way for, I don't know, almost like a year now, and she's just on her side all the time. We don't know what it is. We don't know how to fix it. Poor little fish. Anyway, she seems like she's okay. Bathroom. This is where you're going to start seeing me shave again soon. All right, we're going to carry on, because I have been going 7 minutes, and we're not even halfway there. Living room. Living room. Look, Emlet. What can I say? It's in Fiesta mode right now because Andrea has decorated with all these great banners, and this is just the orange paint here really brings this space alive for sure. This is the piano you hear Milo play on, and this is Andrea's sort of downstairs office, I would say, right, honey? Mm-hmm. Yeah, downstairs office. Now, this is the mudroom I was talking about earlier. This mudroom, behind that curtain, is where our refrigerator lives, and it heats this space again. This is on the north side of the building, so we have very little glass here because we don't want, that much heat loss. So this space sort of remains unheated. Directly below this space is what we call the root cellar. I don't even think you've ever been in there. I'll take you down there in a few minutes. So anyway, mudroom entry. This is the first impression people get of our house when they come generally. Upstairs. As you can see, we are bibliophiles. We really like to read a lot. All of us, Andre and I, the kids, we're all voracious readers, and we're constantly challenged for more bookshelf space. Okay. I don't even know if it's right to call this the master bedroom anymore. That doesn't seem like it's politically correct. Anyway, this is our bedroom here, and we have southern exposure, so there's really nice daytime sunlight. And we have western exposure in our bedroom. So there's really nice sunsets from the bedroom as well. And, there's way too much from an energy efficiency perspective. It's great to have that south-facing glass. I have a question. How long did it take to build my house? It took about 9 to 12 months. Really pushed it. I had a full-time job at the time. I had a lot of help, but we got it done. From an energy efficiency perspective, there's just way too much glass in this house because the glass is a two-way street. You get heat coming in, but you also get heat going out. But it was a compromise that Andre and I felt really strong about making because all of this glass makes us feel like we're outside when we're inside the house. So it just makes the house feel larger. Anyway, Andrea's sewing station here. And we have a closet underneath the steep, that long pitch of the salt box roof. So we have a closet here, no doors. Twins have a closet in their bedroom, no doors, no doors. We'll get over there next. That's how I get in my attic. Remember when I was replacing that bathroom exhaust fan? It's working great, by the way. Double pane glass? Yes, I do have double pane glass. If I could afford triple plain glass, I probably would have used that, but that stuff's expensive, man. Now, my 3 boys are the greatest kids because they have found a way to all live in the same room, and they're still alive. I mean, they're a little bit bloody and scarred and stuff, but they're alive. They've been able to make it work, which is really cool. I know you've heard me talk about wanting to build a basement bedroom. I will do that eventually. I'm hoping to do that this year, actually, and that'll be fun to see, won't it? So anyway, bunk beds, Milo's room, Emmett's room, Zephyr's room, and that's the knee wall closet that's sort of, storage and kind of a mini little playroom that's looking really clean right now, guys. Holy moly. You've been working on that.
My room, I'm renting the beds out.
You rent the beds out? Are you on, what do they call that? Airbnb? That's the little window? You don't make breakfast for people? So it's just a bed. It's not a bed and breakfast. What's the square footage? MF Nannygram asks. Our square footage is, I think, 1,750 or about 1,800, and that's when you include the daylight basement, which I consider as conditioned space because, well, we live in it and it's conditioned. So, what else? Oh, the bathroom. Okay, upstairs bathroom. This is our full bathroom. This is the bathroom that we all share. Imagine living in a house with 3 kids and all sharing the same bathroom. Luckily, only one is a teenager right now. Okay, so you saw me doing some work in this shower stall a little while ago, replacing all of the caulking. Andre and I worked very hard at that, and repainting my ceiling. And there's our little sink. There's our little toilet. And this is one of the things that Andre said, I must have when we build our own house. I must have a standalone clawfoot tub that does not have a shower attached to it. So, you know what? I've learned, although I struggle with it, and Andre would tell you this, the key to a happy life is a happy wife. Right, buddy?
Yeah, right.
Just gotta heckle from down below on that one. All right, so that's the upstairs. I'd take you into the attic, but I don't have... Do you want to add to that?
Did you say it took you 12 months to build this house?
Yeah.
Because I want to heckle that too.
Oh, how long did it take?
Well, it was 1.5 years before we moved in, and then it took you some time to finish it. We didn't have a bathtub or kitchen sink or siding when we moved here. And you're still finishing parts.
Bad connection.
So I think you need to say either 1.5 years to 15 years.
1.5 years to 15. All right, so it took a little bit longer to build the house than I... it's sort of like I imagine childbirth being, it's really like painful and hard and probably...
What?
And but you forget about how hard it was and how long it took.
It's nothing like childbirth.
All right, I got a heckle from that one too. All right, down into the basement where you guys see a lot of me too. I'm hoping I don't lose you when I go into the, what we call the root cellar. Zephyr is looking good, Julie Miller says. Somebody's got a good sense of humor out there. Okay. So this room is vertically integrated with the mudroom, which means that it is able to be closed away and remain unheated like the mudroom, so that primarily we can keep foodstuffs a little bit cooler here. This is where we keep our freezer, because a freezer is going to run better when it's not in direct sunlight. A freezer is going to run better when it's in a cooler space. So, look, you put your hands in your pocket. I can tell you're cold, right? It works.
And there's stuff up there.
And there's stuff up there. Yes, we use this for storage. You know, eventually what I would like to do with this space is to create actually holes in the sills up there so I can introduce air in a controlled fashion throughout the year and use this for more like actual food storage. We're watching from New Orleans. Right on, Morris. Thanks for tuning in. So this is our, this is what we call our root cellar. Now, man, you know, this is the part where it just all sort of gets piled and hangs out. It's, you know, everybody's got a basement or a cellar. The big difference with our basement and cellar is that, you know, a good half of it is exposed to daylight. So we have this daylight basement with a separate entry over here. And this, you know, this is my office. This is where I live when I'm doing my work, right here. From that filing cabinet to about that wall is my office. And look, there's all my vinyl. That's not even all of it. You know, I know that's the quick and dirty tour. We're approaching 16 minutes right now. I should probably chime out pretty soon. Are there any questions about the house that you guys are interested to learn? Anything you want to know? We could talk about that for a couple minutes. I'll pause as we walk upstairs. All right. I think the 1 a.m. episode, we haven't decided.
1 a.m.?
The 1 p.m. The 1 p.m. or the 2 p.m. episode will be Curry getting shorn. So definitely tune in for that. Thanks for coming along on a tour of my house. Oh, Julie Miller asks, what is the roof covering? The roof is metal. I have a corrugated steel, it's called Galvalume metal roofing. It's not certainly the best or most expensive metal roof that you can get. It's an exposed fastener, which means you look from the outside, you see the fasteners. How many outbuildings do you have on the property, and how large is the property? James Hudspeth asks. Basically, I have 2 outbuildings. One is the barn garage we call the barrage, and the other is the playhouse, which is attached to the deck. Can you see that over there? You've seen that before, I think, right there. And the acreage, I think the sugar shack is, sort of a structure. And our acreage amounts to, I think it's just under 30. Hey, Crazy Family Show, thanks for tuning in. If there aren't any more questions, I'm going to say thanks again for tuning in at the top of the hour here to take a tour of my house. Stay tuned, we have lots more tops of hours to go here. Go in the playhouse, Tammy Gagnon says. All right, let's try it. I'm gonna. If I lose you guys, you know, that's because I'm stepping outside. We were able to do this before, though. Okay, this is the playhouse. My father actually mainly built this out of pine that he milled off his own land. So this is all wood that was grown, harvested, and cut under a mile from here. All right, here we go. I hope if I lose you, then I'll see you at the top of the next hour. Here we go. Oop. Sorry, buddy. I actually got woke up by the notification you were live. Right on. Crazy Family Show. Here it is. Here's the little playhouse. Pretty cool. Everything is repurposed windows. You know, the only new thing that was purchased, I think, is the plywood on the floor here. This sits on telephone poles for the foundation, and it's attached directly to the deck, so it's easy access for us and the kids. All right, you guys. Peace out. See you at 1 p.m.